So we have some options. It's very convenient to have our email just on the web. If we do that, we can have it secured with Proton Mail or with Tuta email. And if you send email from one Proton Mail to another, it will automatically be encrypted with your uh, public key encryption, private key encryption. If you send it with Tuta, that would be automatically. If you send from Proton to another email account, just like with Gmail, they'll ask for a password. And actually, Outlook has that also. I have a link to Thunderbird here, but down on the bottom, just for your information, AI is coming into every web application now, every in your Gmail, in your Outlook. It's also coming into many of your desktop applications. You might have AI in your Apple Mail. If you left it on, I turned mine off. But there's a couple notable email clients that I want to mention. And I'm using two of them just because they have a free option. So one is called EM Client. And this is the one I was thinking about, that if you really liked Eudora and all the control that you had with Eudora in the old days, like I did, like my dad did, this is the email client for you. It's very, very detailed. If you don't want to pay them any money, and I'm not paying them any money for this because I'm just playing with it, you can have two email accounts for free. And these work with your Microsoft accounts or your Gmail or whatever. So my two free email accounts are, I have two different free email accounts on two different computers that EM Client runs on. And if you want to have all of your email that you have, all your Yahoo email, Gmail, Outlook, and everything all in one, you can pay them a one-time fee or an annual subscription. They have some different options. So this is nice. It's beautiful. Looks great. It's one client, one option for you. Spark email. I'm using the free version without any AI, and I don't know what the cost is. But if you're looking to try something that's just completely different and modern with an interesting twist, this is really it's really interesting client. I use this one. I have it installed on my iPad for my work email because it also works with your Microsoft account. So this is the one I use in the mornings when I'm checking work email, just so I can try and put my hands on the different email clients and just get a feel for them all. And then there's another email that came out with AI that is making a big deal. I think it's expensive, but if you're looking for something to try with AI and you want to spend some money, let me know how it goes for you. So they have a nice website. I haven't tried it, but I wanted you to know we have a lot of options. But I want to spend the rest of our time talking about backing up our email. So one of the things I mentioned, let me get these links opened here. One of the things I mentioned earlier was that I like having my email on my desk in an email client that will download all the messages, and I can search for them, I can back them up, I can move them to folders, I can move them computer to computer. But when I accidentally delete my email message, because I do that occasionally, that's just, some of us just put things away before we're done with them. I started backing up my email in various places a long time ago. So if you're a Windows person, this is hands down the best tool I found. Mailstore Home. This is completely free. Now they have a lot of enterprise products. They make plenty of money from their paying customers, so they're not trying to sell us any ads or anything. You run this on Windows, you connect it to all your different email accounts, and then you can just click archive and it will go and download and archive all of the email that you have. So then you have an archive of all your email and a nice client that you can use to search. It's very fast. The search is fast. It's not the most beautiful application, but it's not designed to be the most beautiful application. It's designed to be a fast email backup that you just run on Windows. You open it up, you hit go back up my email. It does its job. And then you have other options. So one thing I used to do at my last employer, I would download all of my email, I would archive all the email, and then anything older than 6 months, I would just delete it. That
Hmm.
way it wasn't sitting on the work server forever. 50,000 emails piling up, causing problems. So then I knew that anything in my email was relatively recent. Not everybody can get away with that, by the way. Sometimes I couldn't get away with it either. But I had Mailstore Home for over 10 years, just running on a machine, um, scheduled every day, go get all my email, go back it up.
Question.
Can you, oh, can you label the emails, like folder it? Like, let's
Um,
say different classes and so on.
no, what it does is you say, here's my Gmail, go get it. And
Mm,
it's going to back up all your Gmail. And if you need something from it, you're just going to go search.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
database that you go and search for. But
so
then
you
you
can't
have,
you can't put it in folders?
no, the database doesn't work with folders. It takes all of the email from all your folders and backs it all up so you can search for it in a powerful database.
Wow.
But then you can take the database and you can back it up to your home backup. You can put it on your network drive. You can encrypt it. You can put it on a USB drive and throw it in your safe. It's once you have your mail, even if it's on Gmail or Outlook.com, once you have it, you could still use the webmail, but then you have your actual backup in case, oh, I don't know if AOL or Yahoo have ever locked you out of your email and you just can't get it, you still have the messages. So this is far better than anything on the Mac today.
So a question.
Yes.
If you go to do that, say you go to your Gmail account,
Hmm.
will it download all the email that's been stored on there?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all of it. And then you have some advanced rules. Like I used to say, go delete certain messages automatically. Anything, for me, it was anything over 6 months because I was in IT, it was fine. I had people that they had so many email in their inbox, like over 50,000 email, that they couldn't use Outlook to search for anything. So we used Mailstore Home to archive their 50,000 messages onto their hard drive on their desktop, and they could search for those email in the Mailstore Home database. Yes,
Can
Pam.
I search for it like by date or by
Yeah, date,
subject or
sender, subject, anything.
ah?
Search for by anything. Yes, Pam.
Yeah, so do they have a the maximum storage? And also, do they separate the Gmail and the Yahoo Mail and the Outlook Mail separately?
Well, you'll have to make some decisions if you were to run this, and you have to set up each account separately, but you will have one database. Now, you might say, show me email from Outlook, from the Outlook email from Sable. Like you might do something like that.
But if you had two different emails, then you'd have to open two different accounts.
No, you would just install Mailstore Home for free, set up your email accounts, and just have them go back them up. This is not an email application. It's not like, when Ray's using Thunderbird at home to keep work and email separate. Yeah, so I think Ray and I might have a similar thought about this. I don't put my work email at my home computer. I don't put my home email on my work computer. I I keep them separate. Yes, Ram.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. No, now you muted. There you go.
When you said when you delete something, you go back and pick it up from mail store. Question: doesn't mail store sync it all the time? So when you drop it from your regular computer, it also drops it from the storage.
Well, that's why this is as a backup is different. So you're correct that if I was using Outlook on my desktop and I logged into the Outlook on the web and deleted it, it would be deleted from my Outlook desktop. But in MailStore, nothing gets deleted. It just gets archived into the database unless I go into the MailStore application and delete them there.
Okay, I noticed that you said archived. I forgot about that.
Yep. Yeah, this is email
Okay.
backup, archiving software, and it's the best.
And it's all stored on your computer, so you
Mhm.
better have plenty of space then.
That's right. It'll be big. So you might want to put it on an external drive. I
Mhm.
know at my last college I worked at Rio Hondo College, because I kept saving all the mail for 11 years, it was a big 50 gigabyte
Wow.
database that I kept on my home directory, so it wasn't on my personal laptop. Yes, Ram.
You mentioned Eudora. I used it since from 73 to 89, and I loved it. It was just
Hmm.
versatile and fairly easy to use. And if you really wanted to use all the complex things in it, so be it. You just study them, and that was it. Um, and the second one is that when I came to Xerox in 73, I basically had email. And the most used one was ARPANET.
Hmm.
But then we also had emails from some, I think, 5 universities that Xerox gave the email to. And we were all on the net. Kind of interesting.
That's amazing. And email, when it was a plain text message, you could save it anywhere you want. But if it's at Gmail or Outlook, you don't have a copy of it. That's why I like MailStore. And I still help people set this up to this day.
And does it store your photos that have been sent to you that
Yes, the
Yeah.
entire message, everything, the attachments, the PDFs, the documents, everything, even the spam. It just gets it all and makes a copy of it for you.
So that means you need to go through mail store and your email every day for spam,
No,
for deletions.
no, you just let MailStore run and you just run it and you never go through it.
But won't it download the good and the bad?
Yep.
So that's what I mean. You have to go through and delete from both
Nah,
places.
nah, you just leave it on in the backup, and that way, if you ever need it, say, "Oh, what was that recipe that I got when I was in Israel?" And I remember emailing it to my wife when we were just buddies. I can go into my database and find it because it is not, that's like 5 email addresses ago. But then if you don't use your local Outlook account, you can just connect all your email and it will all download. Yes, Pam.
Yeah, so it's using your computer storage to store all the email.
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
And I mean, you probably have enough. I know I've got 2 terabytes. My current mail database on this computer is 18 gigs. So
Wow.
that's not bad. Now, of course, I'm using a Mac, excuse me. So I don't have MailStore on the Mac. I'm paying, and I don't think anyone needs to pay for this. I'm paying for this application called Mail Steward. I think I pay $50 every major version, and they keep it up to date. It's a little slower than I would like. I don't know why. It's not as perfect as I want it to be, but it's the best one I've found. And so this runs every day at 7 in the morning, and it just goes over to my Apple Mail and it says, let me just go back up all the email that you have. So if I deleted junk mail today, tomorrow it won't back up the junk mail because I already deleted it. But if I don't tell Mail Steward, oh, and by the way, go check this other folder for me, it might not back up that folder. So it's a different tool. If you're using Mac, it's very nice. I mean, I pay for it. It's one of the few things that I'm spending my money for on a regular basis because email's important. That's two of my paid applications are for email, Spam Sieve and Mail Steward. But then you can,
So-
oh, look at this nice PDF here. I was going to try and show you a picture. So you just, oh, this is a little, not exactly what I thought. There's a little PDF inside of the web page with the pictures I wanted you to see. But when you run an email archive, it just looks like this. It grabs all your messages and then it says, okay, we're all done. Here, we got your 75 messages. And then when you search for something,
Oh.
let me zoom this in.
So each day you have a little block like that?
No, I just let it run in the background. I only check it once in a while just to make sure it's working. Check for updates and actually verify probably once a week or so that I'm actually getting my email.
And
But then but I can go in this search box and I can search for anything that I want from any of my email going back to 2006 and it will find it for me, even if it's a little slow.
So
and
this,
because it's storing it on your own computer, then there's no problems with file size or anything, right?
Right.
So, but Mail Store Home doesn't work for Apple, is that it?
Right. Mail Store Home is for Windows and it's the best.
Has anybody tried to use Gemini or ChatGPT to manage your emails as you described right now? You can connect to your Gmail or whatever mail you are using from the Gemini or ChatGPT. You can do all sort of searches and managing emails there as well.
Yeah, you can do very sophisticated searches on your email from Gemini when you connect it. That's a good tip, Ike. And I use this Mail Steward so that if any of the email goes missing, I have it all here in my database.
So if I have Mail Store Home and first I delete all my spam, then can
Uh-huh.
I run Mail Store Home? You know, do I click on run it? Or does it always run in the background?
You have both options. I've set
Oh.
mine so that it just runs automatically every day.
Mhm.
But for my work, because I still have a job. For my work, I have Mail Store Home, but I only run it occasionally. So on my work email, I don't back up any of the spam and junk because I've already deleted it. But on
Right.
my personal email, I have it automatically archive everything every morning at 7 a.m.
Okay.
does that
So
mean
Thank you.
does that mean you leave your phone on, your computer on?
yeah, because I leave my computer on, right? And
So does it,
at my
is it just the new stuff that it backs up?
yes, yeah, they're both of those applications are smart enough to say, "Oh, I already got that email. I don't need to get that email again."
Mm.
Good. But
Yeah,
and
they're
if you
nice.
don't leave your computer on all day, then you
Then
can
it's
just
better to run it manually.
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just I looked in my database. I have 38,000 email in my home database in that 18 gigs, and that includes all the attachments and everything. So that's not too bad.
They compress it?
Is that from 2006 or something?
Yeah, I've had a few email accidents. I've lost some email in that time. Compared with one of my clients, she has, I think, 300 email a day, every day. And we were doing some statistics on her mailbox. We hit more than 1 million email in her Apple mailbox, and we had a lot of problems because we maxed out the database that it used on the back end, which I didn't even know what you could do in the email application. So if we want to, I want to wrap up this part and then we can stop the recording and I'll go log into some more of my email accounts. We can look at that. If we just have email all over the place. We have to remember, which is fine. You should probably have a couple email accounts. We have to remember, oh, did I use this email address to sign up for that thing? I have that problem too, and I have to remember to write it down. Oh, I sent that one to my Gmail account. I sent that one goes to my Outlook. Oh, that one is using this other email address. And oh, I checked that in Thunderbird and I checked that in EM Client. It could drive you crazy. It could drive you crazy. So having a good email application like the EM Client or Thunderbird is really, it saves some of the crazy making. At one of my clients, they had they must have had 20 different Gmail accounts for volunteers. That was before we were using the Google Workspace product. And so I have Thunderbird set up on one of their PCs to just go and just to even synchronize, not even archive all of those Gmail accounts, because we don't know what the volunteers are doing or if some important email was going in. At least we could go in and look once in a while and have access to that. So that's our email archive and backup. And there's AI everywhere. Before I do a little hands-on, because I don't want to record YouTube on my own email accounts, do you have any questions for the recording, or should I stop recording and then we'll carry on?
I have a question.
Okay, yes, sir.
I used at one time, of course, Fedora, and then I used the Outlook application, but all my emails go through that. I registered them all on the Outlook, and they do. I'm just wondering very much about Thunderbird. Does it have a little more privacy?
Which Outlook client are you using? The new one or one of the kind that still have the big folders, the big 4 GB email folders?
You mean on Outlook?
Yeah, the PST files. Do you know?
I have no idea. I know they were never very small, but when I installed it, I made it intentionally small because some of the emails are tiny.
Right. Because if you haven't, not the new Outlook, not the one that looks like a web app, then it's probably fine. All your accounts are set up, and yes, it's not the most secure. There are definitely vulnerabilities in Outlook and the way that they parse messages. For example, we recently discovered that you could embed an entire web page in a single SVG, that's a scalable vector graphics file, and those were exploiting Outlook rendering engines. What are you going to do about it? You can't avoid everything. The email works fine for you. I think it's fine. When I left Eudora, I went to Thunderbird because that was the closest thing for me. And if I was unhappy with Apple Mail, I would probably go to the EM client and just pay for it because it's really good. But I think Thunderbird is fantastic, and they'll help you migrate over from Outlook if you wanted to.
Well, I still have all of the Outlook messages going back, I don't know, 1999 or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to change.
They're not in one file, they are in backups, but Outlook saves them. So the Outlook application saves them. So I'm not too worried about it. Question is, if I go to Thunderbird, will it? I guess it will be able to read all these emails.
Yeah, you can import them all to Thunderbird. You can also use MailStore Home to ingest all of that into a backup.
That's what I'm thinking of doing, plus the 14 terabyte thing I have at home, and I just put everything on it.
Yep, drop it right on the NAS. Okay, I'm gonna
Does
stop. I'm gonna stop the
Thunderbird-
recording real quick. Kathleen, hold on one second.